Our sages tell us that as the Jews journeyed through the desert, they needed three things to survive. They needed food, which came in the form of the manna. This was given to them in the merit of Moshe Rabbeinu. Then they needed shelter, which came in the form of the clouds of glory. This was given to them in the merit of Moshe's brother Aaron, the high priest. And then they needed water, which came in the form of a miraculous rock, which constantly gave forth water. This was the Be'era Shel Miriam. It was given to them in the merit of Moshe's sister Miriam. This week's Parsha, Parshas Chukas, describes the passing of both Aaron and Miriam. Rashi tells us that when they passed away, the clouds of glory and the miraculous water source vanished, and they only returned in the merit of Moshe Rabbeinu. What does this mean, and why is it important to know? This week was Gimmel Tammuz, which marked 30 years since the Rebbe's passing. Baruch Hashem, it was all over the news. Jewish communities and organizations across the world, whether Chabad or not, made sure to pay some sort of tribute to this great leader, this great tzaddik, who revolutionized Judaism as we know it. In Israel, Channel 14 held a more than hour-long special Farbrengen on air, where they invited many influential Jews to speak about their personal experiences with the Rebbe. Rabbi Yitzchak David Grossman, the world-renowned rabbi and activist from Migdal HaEmek, told the following personal story. As is well known, the Rebbe would often visit the Ohel, the resting place of his father-in-law, the previous Rebbe, to pray for the Jewish people. He would fast and stand for hours on end, no matter the weather. In the 80s, Rabbi Grossman was once visiting New York, and he got an urgent phone call from the Rebbe's secretary, Rabbi Binyamin Klein. The Rebbe is praying at the Ohel, he said, and he just called me in and told me, Rabbi Grossman from Migdal HaEmek is in New York. Ask him to visit Dr. So-and-so, who is currently a prisoner in the Sing Sing maximum security prison in upstate New York. The Rebbe almost never communicated messages like these while he was at the Ohel. So Rabbi Grossman was sure that there must be some important chassid or donor stuck in the prison. He dropped everything he was doing and immediately drove to Sing Sing. When he got there, he gave the name of the prisoner and was escorted to the man's cell. He was shocked to see a completely irreligious Jew looking at him. He said, "Hello, I'm Rabbi Grossman from Israel, and the Lubavitcher Rebbe sent me to visit you." The man broke down and sobbed like a baby. He explained that he was a doctor from Flatbush, and he had given a wrong injection to a patient, which ended up killing him, so he was sentenced to 10 years in the infamous Sing Sing. He said, "Recently my mental state got so bad that I decided to commit suicide. 2 days ago, I turned to God and said, 'Master of the world, if you don't want me to kill myself, please send me a sign that you know I'm here. I don't know who your rabbi is. I don't know who the Rebbe is, but he clearly felt my message.'" Rabbi Grossman sat and spoke with him, and at the end the man said he felt like he got a new life. This is the essence of what the Rebbe is, and this is the essence of what a true Jewish leader is. To look after and worry about the basic needs of every single Jew, even one who has no direct conscious connection to him. Moshe saw his people without shelter and water. He did what he had to do and make sure they got it back. And of course, the Torah isn't just complimenting Moshe. As explained in Tanya, every single one of us has a little spark of Moshe inside of him. We need to be the Rebbe for those around us, to care for and help every single Jew we encounter, and with true love. Wishing you and yours a Shabbat Shalom u'mevarach.